106 miles an hour on a curve that had a speed limit of 50, and that's when the train crashed, killing 9 people and leaving at least 200 injured. Astronaut Scott Kelly, the twin brother of Mark Kelly, is spending a year in outer space. He's now on day 70, and when asked if he's counting down the days until he comes back, he said he's actually counting up, trying to soak in every minute of the mission, which he knows could be a great benefit for the future of space travel.
Think about the effects of, the microgravity environment on those kind of things, but also the effects of...
Para grabar interacciones con la policía para tener una...
Eric Casebolt's attorney also said he dealt with 2 suicide calls before.
Mission to restock the ISS goes up. It will include a set of watercolors for the astronaut. The Gilbert Fire Department is getting creative in the way that it heads out to calls. Instead of the traditional pole that firefighters slide down, look at this. Gilbert crews at Fire Station 7 will have the option of going down a slide. The fire department shared this picture on Twitter showing off the newly installed sliding board. Station 7 is currently under construction, but use of the slide will be available as soon as work is completed. Believe it or not, your birth month could have an impact on your likelihood for getting a disease.
Memoria de nuestros aparatos electrónicos. Veamos.
Google es sinónimo de...
Breaking out at a Las Vegas high school graduation, all over seat selection. Cops are still trying to identify the people in the video so they can press charges. And you might disagree with this idea, but One Valley High School made sure that seat selection wouldn't be such an...
Well, we all know the saying, men are from Venus and women are from Mars, basically saying we are very, very different. That difference also translates into how...
budget.
Keeping up with your health now can turn into sticker shock when the bill comes. New research names the 50 hospitals overcharging patients, and 2 are here in Arizona.
Fotos y videos totalmente.
Han sufrido abuso sexual de sacerdotes católicos que no reciben castigo porque son encubiertos por sus obispos. El vocero del Vaticano dijo que los obispos encubridores deberán rendir cuentas en un tribunal.
Right, and you throw the covers off, yeah.
Yep, and then someone gets upset.
Yeah. Gets kicked off the bed.
And you wake up pretty moody, right?
No, I wake up really happy. I do, all the time. My husband wakes up moody.
Writing a note to call your husband about that.
It deteriorates throughout the day, but I wake up happy.
Yeah, that I believe. All right, monsoon 2015, 4 days away, and that means the return of dust storms. That's why ADOT has compiled a dust storm playlist as a way to remind people to stay safe when the winds kick up. All right, some of the songs include Should I Stay or Should I Go? Serving as a reminder, if there's a dust storm, you always stay, you never go. Also, Danger Zone, citing you want to take the highway to the danger zone. That's a big negative, Ghost Rider. The complete list of 10 songs, which I hope includes Dust in the Wind, is up right now on ADOT's website.
All right, yeah, and monsoon getting pretty close here.
What, 4 or 5 days away, right?
Yeah, 4 or 5 days away, but it's weird.
That doesn't really mean we're going to get a monsoon. It just means the conditions.
No, those are set dates now that National Weather Service determined, but we don't typically see our first sign of the moisture until early July.
Yeah, it always seems like around July 4th.
Exactly, July 4th, and as we head into the middle of July. But here's a look, monsoon 2015, about 5 days away or so. So it kicks off on Monday, June the 15th, and it goes through the entire month of September. But if you stepped outside over the last couple of days, it kind of already feels like the monsoon. Here's a look at the dew points right now across the valley. They are still well into the 60s. This is even a little bit more moist than what we would get during our monsoon, and we typically see those dew points in the mid-50s. But of course, all of this is surface moisture, remnant of Hurricane Blanca. The clouds are long gone, as you can see, but there is still some rain out there. We've got some storms developing in northern Mojave County over into the Grand Canyon, stretches all the way out towards the border there with Las Vegas. But that moisture being initiated, or that storm activity being initiated by this area of low pressure over California. It'll start to track east tomorrow, and if you live up in the high country over the next couple of days, expect a chance for isolated storm activity tomorrow afternoon, Then even as we head into Friday and even Saturday, some of that lingering moisture behind that system will still create a chance for storms there. Meanwhile, high pressure starts to build into the southwest by the end of the weekend, and that will send our high temperatures soaring up to close to 110 degrees by about this time next week. Here's a quick look at your travel weather. If you're headed to Chicago tomorrow, thunderstorms possible there. Oklahoma, plenty of sunshine. Same thing in Dallas, a little bit on the warm side. Pretty sunny here along the East Coast.
Reaching 98. We're still slightly below average, but only by a couple of degrees. The average high is 103. We're getting close on Friday up to 102.
108. Coop, over to you.
Thanks a lot, Caribe. Hey, as Cardinals kicker Chandler Cantos.
Hablar de esto, el pronóstico al volver.
Jerry Wires right now. So here's your opportunity.
Dinero sí te cost.
$1,000.
Now, all of that money does go to charity, benefiting the fallen first responders. If somebody puts up the cash, though, they get to hit the mayor with 50,000 volts.
Yeah, all of it's going to happen.
Es fácil con el crédito dinero.
Between 10 and 2, Wires says if somebody comes up with the cash, he expects he'll get zapped right around high noon.
Boy, timing can be everything sometimes,
Yeah.
can it?
I know a few Coyotes owners who can afford that.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way.
That'll be interesting.
Somebody's going to pay that. There's going to
taking up a collection, you know.
I don't know.
All right, talking about the Cardinals, a little bit better news for them, kind of like the last day of school.
Yeah, and it was the last day of school, a day before last day of school, because they got summer vacation. It came early, so maybe that's one reason Larry's smiling. We have another reason we'll tell you about. And then, do you recognize BA's special guest? Next.
¿Qué tal, amigos? Buenas noches. Vayamos a
0 a PR por hasta 72 meses.
Todavía generando en California, Nevada, fuertes tormentas.